All right, what's up, Patreon? This is Kind of Quality episode. The podcast is Kind of Quality. It's not episode 1. This is episode 8 or 9. You're just a guest. This is my friend Cass. We both went to Hofstra together. He has graduated and I have dropped out, but we're still pals.
Yeah.
This is a weird
dynamic
seating arrangement and dynamic. Yeah, kind of both facing something that we can't look at because
kind of intimate.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah. You mind? No? Two? Nah. No.
I mean...
Peachy did say that the other day. Peachy did say that, like, I fuck with Kaz, but sometimes he could be mad gay. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Because, like, you are, like...
very touchy, yeah.
Yeah, you are touchy. I thought that was just a Brazilian thing.
It is a Brazilian thing.
And he said it's not. I said, like, is that just a Brazilian thing?
It is, yeah.
Oh, okay. I figured. Or maybe you are just...
Maybe I am,
secrets.
yeah. Maybe there's something about me, I don't know.
I don't judge you. I don't, 2019.
Myself.
So I brought Cass here because Cass gets called a fuckboy more than I do, which is the number one insult I get from females and from other dudes. Like, if dudes want to insult me, sometimes they call me fuckboy, which I think is a little bit gay.
I've never been called a fuckboy by a dude. I feel like...
Never? Just girls?
Yeah.
Huh. I think... Has it been by dudes? Gay dudes. Gay dudes.
But what would they be gaining out of that? Like, there's no negative connotation if you're a guy saying it about another guy. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. How do you take it when you get called a fuckboy?
I just take it in stride. Take it on the chin. Keep it pushing.
You don't feel some type of way?
Nah, I try not to. I try to suppress those feelings as much as I can.
Suppress those feelings. You do that a lot, huh?
Yeah.
Suppress a lot of feelings?
A lot of feelings.
Right. So I asked on Patreon to ask us questions about, like, relationships, sex, women, and dating.
I love these, yeah.
Yeah, and then the other half is about is a separate video. I asked if you could talk about seasonal depression. Maybe we can get that at the end, but for now, I want to talk about relationships and women and stuff because, I pride myself. I think I have a pretty good game. That's something I don't really share that a lot because I don't want to come off arrogant. I'm not too bad. But Cass, like, his game is impeccable. Like, you could, if you could spend, like, a couple nights, like, it's just, like, seeing him work, it's, like, it's almost an art form. I'm impressed.
You know what it is? I grew up kind of bullied by my older brother, so I found out how to be manipulative really early. And I think that's what works the best.
Manipulative, that is a good way to put it.
Yeah, just projecting a form of yourself that's not true. That you're charming and cute and, like, oh, I might date this kid, but no, you won't.
Right. What you do that, like, I picked up on this, and I don't see anyone else doing it. It's just such a simple, manipulative, like, psychological thing. You'd be like, instead of asking, like, hey, what time are we going to the movie? Or no, instead of saying, like, do you want to go to the movie? You'll just text someone, like, so the movie's at 8. What time are we leaving? Or, like, whose car are we taking? So the question isn't, like, when do you want to see a movie? It's, like, it's already assuming that you want to go. You know what I mean? And you do the same thing with girls. It's like, he'll be at a club and you'll see a cute girl walking by that everybody's too afraid to talk to, and you'll say, like, I have a crush on you. What are we gonna do about it? So the question isn't like, I have a crush on you. Will you accept me? It's like, what are we gonna do about it? You're already putting yourself in that scenario, and it's brilliant. If there's any, like, there's a lot of young dudes out there that I always message me, like, how do I? There's a cute girl in my class. How do I talk to her? Maybe you'll learn something from this dude over here.
I think step 1 is just getting over rejection. Because it's going to happen. It's inevitable.
You have to accept it.
You just have to accept it.
Even when you have game, you're going to get rejected.
Yeah, I don't care who you are. You've been rejected before. Some girl's just not feeling it that day. And it hurts. But the more you get stabbed by that wound, the less you feel it.
Mm-hmm. I feel like it hurt, but doesn't it hurt more the more you get stabbed?
Yeah, I don't know. That wasn't my best
It
work.
was
So I
decent
tried
analogy.
compensating by staring really deep into their eyes, their virtual eyes. But yeah, you called me out. So.
All right. But yeah, just don't be afraid to get rejected. It's part of the game. First question is from Philip. Starting off the discussion strong, he said, do y'all eat ass? I'll let you take this one, Cass. I'll let you start here.
All right, so there's a famous saying in Portuguese, and I'm going to translate it because it translates pretty well.
Porra.
It's, if you eat pussy, but you don't eat ass, what does that make you?
Well, you are what you eat.
Nah, it makes you lazy, bro. They're I don't know how many inches apart. You're right there. Don't be lazy.
So how do you say it in Portuguese? What's it saying?
You want me to say it in Portuguese?
Yeah.
Quem come buceta, quem chupa buceta, mas não come cu é quê? Preguiçoso.
If you eat pussy,
but you don't eat ass.
you're lazy.
It's right there.
It is.
It's next door.
There. I don't know. I'm I'm thinking about how my dad listens to this podcast.
Yeah, I'm lazy. Just
So you are lazy.
Yeah, I'm 100%
oh,
lazy, but I
okay,
just think it's a funny
okay. I
side.
thought you were calling me lazy, and you were.
you probably are lazy too. You
I
guys?
am lazy. I am
Yeah.
lazy. I am lazy. I mean, I'm not against it. I don't think it's as gross as some other guys.
Really?
Yeah, I think if you really like have strong feelings for someone and you have a connection with them, you have a heart to heart, then you can lick their asshole a little bit. That's the next step in a relationship.
That is just odd logic. Maybe if we were like dogs. You know what I mean? Like
Some girls call me a dog.
that's.
But no, I have not eaten ass. I've also never got my ass ate. That's something that even dudes, it's more common now.
No, yeah,
You haven't?
no,
Wow.
not even a finger, nothing.
Nothing. The finger, that does kind of scare me a little bit.
Not yet. One girl tried, and I felt her fingertips creep up my
creeping
butt
there.
cheeks,
Creeping up there.
and it was like spidey senses started tingling.
Uh-huh.
I just grabbed one, I grabbed the other, and I was like, I could break both your wrists right now.
You said
No,
that?
I didn't say
Okay.
that. But I felt it deep in my heart, because I'm like, she's trying to violate me, you know what I mean?
What did you actually do? You
I just
kinda
kept pushing
pushed
her
it away?
hand off, and I didn't really say much, so
You
I
didn't
didn't
say
know.
anything?
Stop trying to finger me, like, what am I going to say?
Like, this is the no-no zone?
I'd feel like such a bitch, yeah. I'd feel like I was in, you know what I mean? Like I was getting taken advantage of. Like, no, don't
Yeah,
finger me.
yeah. Yeah, that must be what it feels like when
Oh,
you're
yeah.
trying to finger a girl and she's kind of prude and she just wants to keep making out.
And I'd be the first one to be victim shamed.
Uh-huh.
Meanwhile, I'd be in the shower, fetal position.
Right. Right. You felt violated. Huh. Yeah, I think that has happened before, and I did feel
Bro,
uncomfortable.
it's crazy.
It's even like when there's any like ball touching, I feel the same way. I'm not into the.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not into that.
I used to be scared of the ball sucking because I always thought it hurt.
It doesn't hurt. It's just like it just doesn't feel comfortable.
Yeah, it's pretty unnecessary.
It's not relaxing. It's yeah, no. Yeah. Thank you, my parents watching this. Please click away. This is not the
Yeah.
episode you should be watching. Just stop. I don't want to hear about your
son's
son.
friend. Yeah, maybe we should move on to
Cass
the
is a
next
good
one.
guy. Well, I'm glad we started on ass eating, but there's better questions. Viral Cam says pickup lines, failed attempts at talking to girls, Tinder experiences, etc. And that's not questions, but I guess we can talk about that. Pickup lines. I did give Cass's pickup line away about I have a
Yeah,
crush on you.
that's
What
a
are you
good
gonna do
one.
about it? That is a good one. And like the second you said it, I'm like, yeah, it's clean. There's not one word extra. It's like it's punchy. You know,
It's innocent.
right? Yeah, it
It's
makes
not
you.
too creepy.
It isn't. It's very, and you're also trying to connect with them. It has like a middle school, like
Yeah.
an innocent vibe to it. I have a crush. Like that word "crush" is very
Nostalgic.
effective. And there's nothing threatening about that.
Yeah, exactly. It's like even if you're just a crush. If you
Uh-huh.
don't like me back, whatever.
It's very playful.
Mhm.
The stakes are low, but she knows you're attracted.
Yeah, exactly.
Perfect. It's so perfect.
It's a lot of hours in the lab. That's what that is.
Is what?
A lot of hours in the lab.
Right.
Like
Actually,
an 8 mile. Just
Where did that start? Like,
in
where
the
did that
trailer.
pickup line start?
A friend of mine. He's the most outgoing person I've ever met in my life. Like,
Brazilian, right?
Yeah. Anywhere you go, he'll know someone. He's just I don't know. It's weird. And we're walking on the beach, and these 3 girls walk by us, and he goes, "Yo, watch this." And his English is very broken. So he goes, "Hey, I know you." And they look at us like confused as fuck. He goes, "I know you." She goes, "What are you talking about?" He goes, "I follow you on Instagram." And he goes, "Yeah, I have a crush on you. I follow you on Instagram." And she's like, "No, you don't. No, you don't." But at this point, girls want to feel like they're famous. or
Right.
like,
She
they have
already
a bunch of random
feels.
followers.
Yeah, she already feels validated.
She's like, "No, show me, show me." So he just pulls out his phone. He's like, wait, maybe it wasn't you, but we should exchange Instagrams. Like, I think you're cute. And I swear to God, it worked.
You got it. Of course.
And I was
it
sitting there just like timid, just studying him. Like, what the fuck?
works. Just arms crossed, studying.
Literally, it
Taking
was
notes
crazy.
from a master. I've seen guys do that. They're like, I've tried this before, but I bombed hard. It was at a mall. I was like 16 or 17, and I heard someone say like, "Oh, I know you. Like we matched on Tinder," and then she'd be like, "No, yeah, we matched on Tinder." Then you pull out your phone. It's pretty much the same process.
Yeah, exactly.
But when I get nervous, I start getting really aggressive. I'm like, "Yeah, I matched with you." No, you think I'm lying?
You think you couldn't match with me? Why couldn't you match with me?
What you think? You don't think I'm pretty?
Tell me I'm pretty.
Yeah, that didn't work. But it is a good, if you do it playful, like that, I think that's the key to pickup lines. Because, you know, having a really well-crafted pickup line, like, "Oh, you're an angel that fell from heaven," it's not going to work. It's about connecting and being playful and
Yeah.
making her have fun. Like girls, I realize like girls always just want to be a part of something. Girls always just want to. If you're having fun, then they're having fun. They're less attracted to looks. Like I remember I used to go out to parties, and I would try to get laid. Like early freshman year of college, I right out of boarding school. And I'm like, I want to get laid so bad. I just want to start like talking to chicks. And it was mad corny. Like for the first month, I'm just like that dude posted up on the wall with the solo cup, arms crossed, just staring at everybody, not talking. And then of course nothing happened. But then after a month, I made friends, and we started going out to parties not to get laid. We were just having like the time. We were just having fun. Like it's college, we're having a great time, doing our thing, and everybody can see that we're having fun and we're doing something. And people go out to have stories and to have experiences. So when they see someone having the time of their lives, they want to be a part of it. And then instantly, did pretty well. You know what I'm saying? Started doing pretty well.
Nah, yeah. I felt that pressure young, too, to lose your virginity.
Because you're Brazilian. Is that part of it?
Yeah, I guess maybe.
I heard the average age to lose your virginity in Brazil is 15.
I don't know that stat off the top of my head, but I wouldn't doubt it.
I read that stat because
I think
was
that's pretty
nervous.
average, no? 15?
15. In Brazil, and here it's like 16, 17.
I'll say 8th grade summer.
8th grade summer?
In the back of my friend's car, because...
Dude, you felt the pressure in 8th grade?
Yeah, bro.
What are you, 13, 14?
Because I had an older brother, too, or have an older brother.
How old? You were 14 or 13?
I was probably 14.
Jesus Christ, dude. Killing it. Are you in the back of a truck, you said?
I was in the back of a car, so basically there was no rooms left in the house. And I was obviously the horniest I've ever been. I was in the prime of my horny little fuck phase. So I went outside and I brought the girl with me, and I started pulling random car doors until one opened. And I went in the backseat of this random car.
That was your first time?
That was my first time.
That's like straight out of City of God. It's almost like a movie scene. That's pretty cool.
More uncomfortable than a movie scene.
Did the owner of the car know?
Yeah, he found out.
Really?
So I ripped his textbook cover.
His textbook?
And I left the condom in there. Well, I couldn't find it, so I just left it.
Wait, what textbook cover?
So he went to school, so he had a textbook. Like one of those flimsy ones.
Right.
And I guess as I was shagging, just ripped it off.
Why?
I don't know. It might have been under me, and I was like...
Oh, you're trying to move it out the way?
No, like I'm... You know what I mean? I might have been doing one of these hip thrust motions.
Okay.
And it was under my butt cheeks.
Right.
So it was just like the friction of me pulling and pushing it, like the cover.
Oh.
Because it was kind of like stuck to my butt cheeks because they were sweaty.
Right, and you ripped it. And you left the condom there. At least use a condom. I'm proud of you.
Yeah.
I
use condoms.
You use condoms, yeah. Sure. 14. Oh, 13 or 14?
14.
14. That's ballsy. 14, I was very different.
I can imagine.
Making Call of Duty videos with my braces
I've seen
and glasses.
some videos, yeah.
Yeah, that was me at 14. I didn't lose my virginity until I was 17. Like, it was like a week into being 17, too. I was so pissed that I wasn't 16. All my friends were roasting me, like, when I was 15 too. I could just tell you're a virgin. You just, like, there's something about virgins in the way they walk. Like, you just know a virgin from a while. Like, these fucking guys who maybe, like, had 3 minutes sex one time are like, it's just their aura. Like, you can just tell a virgin. I'm like,
bro, what's your sign? I'm gonna tell you if you're a virgin right
That was me, bro. And then I was like, bro, I really don't want parents to be listening to this, yo. Maybe I'll tell the story another time. Fuck it. I lost my virginity in a church, bro.
No, you didn't.
In a church. In between two pews. In a sleeping bag on the floor. It was during, like, a field trip for school. It's the reason I'm not Catholic anymore.
That is the most blasphemous thing I've ever heard.
I can't go
in my
back
life.
to the church anymore. Now, I'm forced to be an atheist.
Did they find out?
Who?
The priest? I don't know.
No, nobody knew.
That is nuts. That is horrible. You have no choice but to believe hell doesn't exist.
Right. Like, nah, religion's bullshit now. Not because of choice, but, you know.
That is crazy.
It was a field trip on school. Like, we were doing, we were working at a fucking homeless shelter, like, serving food, and then we had slept the whole week in a church. And so, I went to boarding school, so you couldn't sneak into people's dorms. You would get kicked out. So the risk was a lot lower, and, you know.
Wow, man, that is horrible from you guys.
That's what happened. That was my first time.
I won't judge you.
Yeah.
Judgment free zone. Wow, that's crazy.
This is not a judgment free zone. Go ahead. Damn, dude. Are you Christian?
I'm like on and off. Like.
So no.
I tweeted about this. I'm like, I thank God for every day. I thank God for another day of life.
Okay.
But I don't know if it's like, because I'm Christian, I believe in God, or if I'm like, fuck, yo, if heaven exists and I'm not in that bitch, I'm gonna be tight. You know what I mean? If I get to the door and it's like, I don't know if they have bouncers or whatever it is,
Right.
and they're like, where have you been these past 40 years? And I've been,
Not with us.
Well, I've been saying it. You know,
it could be any religion. You
Yeah.
know, well, what if Islam is the right religion or Judaism? What if they're all fucked up?
My money's been on Christianity since the get. And
Well, that's
I
just
think it'd
because
be
of
stupid to change my
geography.
bet.
That's just because of geography. It's because of what your parents told you. If you were born in
I'm all
Egypt,
in. My chips are all in there.
it doesn't seem like you're
I'm
all
not
in.
converting.
You're more like you're halfway in.
I'm trying to get to heaven.
Not sure. If it's real.
If it's real. Or
Or
become a tree, or whatever the fuck happens to you.
reincarnation.
That'd be lit.
That would be lit.
If you actually just become a tree, like trees are actually people.
Do you think that trees have thoughts?
Like just hoes that they can hit up whenever they want.
No, like thoughts.
Like, yo, you trying to follow me?
Do you have any Tinder experiences you want to share?
This summer, another one that I was trying to
Right, I
keep my
remember
followers
that.
up to it on Twitter. That I downloaded Twitter,
Tinder.
Tinder, for the sole purpose of finding a pool throughout the summer because I was in this hot ass place, barely
no
any
pool.
AC, yeah, no pool, no form of water, beach is like 30 minutes away. So I started swiping everybody. If you came up, I swiped you right. Go match with me. And I just kept asking everyone if they had a pool. And my bio was changed to looking for a place to swim this summer. You provide a pool, I provide the drinks. So it was like reciprocal, like you're going to
Yeah.
get something out of it. It's going to be a date that just happens to be
That was
in the
I
pool.
would always keep up with you. Like every time I saw you, like you find the pool, and you did find a couple
Yeah,
pools,
it took
right?
like 2 months. No, it took like 2 weeks, sorry.
2 weeks.
Yeah.
That's impressive. There's
There's a lot of messages though.
How many pools did you? Yeah, you were on Tinder a lot.
It was a lot of
You have to
messages.
filter through a lot of people. But how many pools did you get access to?
I only went to one,
Just one?
but I got access where they're like, "Oh, come through." To
Yeah.
3.
To 3? How was that pool that you went to?
It was awkward, cause I think she was expecting more to happen. And
Yeah,
I was
there
there
is
just
kind
kinda
of a
on the
sexual
floaty, like-
connotation like that. It sounds like a sex thing with
Mhm.
in your bio. Something about pool. It sounds like wet. It's something.
Yeah.
But you weren't even down.
Nah, I really
you
wanted
really
to
just
swim.
wanted the pool.
Like I pulled up floaties and goggles on. Just chilled.
Did you
in
bring the
pool.
drinks?
Yeah, I brought a little bottle of Svedka. It was like $15, right? $20.
Okay, the freshman girl classic.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna.
You're not gonna ball out.
Yeah,
You're the type of guy who buy like the 7-Eleven wine before.
yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Because girls don't know the difference,
They definitely know the difference.
bro.
I
know.
think you're just not messing
If
with
you're
the
a
right
wine
girls.
connoisseur, then I'll understand. I'll try to.
You don't
find
need to be a
something like-
connoisseur to tell
Yes, you
like
do.
sugary Moscato from 7-Eleven.
Agree to disagree, but I think that if you pour it and you
If
give
you
it to
pour
them,
it
they'll
right,
like it.
yeah, that's true. That's
And
true.
you're not gonna leave like the little $7.99 tag on it.
No. And girls, they don't really. Yeah, you're
You're
kind
not
of
reading
right.
the label.
They all drink the same wine. They just drink sweet wine. It's not even wine. It's just like
They just get the
Tamer-
big ass barefoot, the
Yeah.
pink one.
or like a big bag.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got a point. All right. Andrew Biddulph says, at what age do you believe you're mature / old enough to consent to sex?
To consent.
In the UK, it's 16, but in the US, it's 18. It's strange to me that sleeping with a 17-year-old over there will land you in prison and labeled a pedo, but here it's perfectly acceptable. So here's a misconception. In the age of consent in the US is actually, in most states, it's 16 as well. But everybody thinks it's 18 because in California, it's 18. But in New York, the age, I fucking Googled this like a weirdo.
Yeah.
But the age of consent in New York is 17, and most of the states, a lot of states is 16. But everyone thinks it's 18 because in California it's 18 in movies. So what happens is in most movies they have to say that 18 thing.
Is this true?
Yeah, it's 100% true. And then there's a lot of other laws. Like I remember when I was in high school, I was always like a year older than, well, not always, but it came up to the point where like sometimes I would be 17 or she would be 16, and I would have to like, all right, so what are the, so there's laws like, they call it it has a funny name, like Peter Pan law or something like that. Like if you're only like 2 years apart, then you're good to go. Or like if the age of consent is 16 and you're 17 and she's 15, you're good to go because of the 2-year difference.
That is weird. I think the
It's
older...
weird that I Googled that, or it's weird that
No.
that's a law.
It's weird. No, it's not weird that it's a law either. It's not weird that you Googled it. I'm thankful that you Googled it.
Yeah,
And I don't know
before
why I
doing
said
it.
weird. It was the wrong choice of words.
Okay.
But that is
I did
great.
feel weird Googling it. I felt like it was illegal just Googling
I
it.
feel relieved.
Do you want to share the story?
No.
Okay.
But it's just good to know. There's no specific story that sticks out in my head.
But then why are you so relieved?
Because I just feel, I know it happened at some point.
So now you can fuck high schoolers?
No, no. I'm saying not that I can, that I have.
Okay. But you don't
I
want
feel
to
like this is coming off so weird that I'm like,
It
oh,
is,
I
it
bang
is.
all these girls.
It's a weird
I don't
subject,
bang that
Andrew.
many girls. Like, I don't know whatever you said, but
I didn't name
I
any
feel like I'm
numbers.
trying to, like, you know what I mean? It's making it seem like, oh,
You're
I'm,
coming off defensive now.
yeah, I don't know.
You,
Yeah.
you seem like you're on the.
I
you're
kind
on
of
the
am.
pedestal. That's what this question does. That's what this question does. It is
You
fucked
just don't
up.
want to seem like the guy who's always like, yo, I bang mad girls. Like, I have sex. Do you have sex? You know what
Yeah,
I mean? Like,
yeah. Because then you're gonna have less sex.
that too, in
Yeah.
the long run.
Right.
But just like the way people view you don't want to be that guy.
You don't want to be that guy. You want to be that. You want people to think you're that guy, but you don't want to come off as that guy.
Yeah, like you don't like hanging around with someone who only talks about sex. You know what I mean?
Yeah, those guys
Yeah.
are the worst. Those guys are the worst. That girl's so hot. Did you see how hot she was? She's hot.
This girl I banged last weekend.
Yeah, like we don't give a fuck.
Oh,
We
yeah.
don't give a fuck. All right, moving on from these pedo questions. Miguel Acero asks, is that how you say it? You speak a little Spanish now.
That's it.
Sure. You said it with the Portuguese accent.
Yeah,
Yeah,
probably.
you did. Is it okay to not have a lot of common interests with your SO? Was SO significant other?
Yeah,
right?
significant other.
What do you think matters the most for two people to stay together?
Wow, that's
Let's
a
just
good
take
one.
this.
I would say transparency.
Mhm.
Regardless if it's good or bad or if it's what they want to hear, just be transparent.
And you have to trust them.
Yeah, I mean,
If there's no trust, it's never gonna work.
that's where I think trust builds from. It stems from you being transparent. Like, you're not hiding anything. If you're feeling like, yeah, I don't want to hang out with you today, but it's not because I don't like you, it's because today I don't feel like hanging out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Don't
Instead
be
of,
passive aggressive.
yeah. Instead
Yeah.
of trying to feed into being a boyfriend and be like, oh, you want to hang out? All right, we have to hang out because you're my girlfriend.
Uh-huh.
Then you just get sick of the person.
Right. Yeah, I didn't know how to do it. There was sometimes with my ex, my most recent ex, like we'd be on Snapchat or FaceTime for like 4 hours, and 3 of those hours I'm like, I hate doing this. I don't want to be on the phone with you. And then she would just get mad if I wanted to hang up. So I didn't know. I liked her, but I didn't know how to, get space.
Yeah, you just have to say exactly what you feel.
Yeah.
I think, at least. It might work out horribly for you and your significant other might dump you, but that's what I think. I think that you're with these people, whoever you're dating, because you guys enjoy each other's company when you're together, because you like the way they make you feel when you're with them. And if at some point that stops, you're not bound to these people by a link, you know what I mean, by chains. If at some point they stop making you feel good, or you guys stop enjoying each other's company, or you stop enjoying their company, then there's no point of being together, you know what I mean? And you can tell them that.
Yeah, so it's not really that important to, the first part of his question was, is it okay to not have a lot of common interests with your significant other? I don't think it is. Like,
I think it might be better.
it depends. I don't think it's as important as transparency and trust, though.
No, of
And-
course not. Hobbies.
It helps you become friends in the first place, but overall, no. I don't think you have to be the same person.
My thought process was straight to, if she has her things to do, if she likes basketball and dance and you like soccer and singing, you guys have different things to do in different days. You don't get as fed up with each other.
Mm-hmm.
If you're doing the same hobbies and then you're with them when you get home and you see them in school or whatever
Yeah.
the case may be.
Then you have something to talk about.
Yeah.
Yeah, my relations have worked out better when we were different people, and we had almost nothing in common.
Opposites attract, they say.
Tyrone asks, do you think not being able to be in or keep a serious relationship alive is necessarily bad, or do you see happiness in being alone? Because I feel like I don't really want to be in one, but then again, I do feel lonely sometimes when I lay in bed after a long day of work.
Well, that's crazy. I feel the same
I
way
relate to that
sometimes.
so much.
I relate to
Yeah,
that so
yeah.
hard. Good shit, Tyrone.
The whole, like, dynamic, yeah. Definitely relate to that.
I don't think it's necessarily bad. I think you have to be more introspective and see if there's an unhealthy reason as to why you're not in a serious relationship ever, or if it's genuinely just you haven't found the right person, which I doubt it. Like, I've never had a proper girlfriend.
Really?
No.
How long was your longest relationship?
Bro, probably like 6 months.
Oh, okay.
But
Mine,
wasn't
mine
like-
was like 3.
Like, no labels or anything, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Just like,
Right.
we do everything that couples do, but I've never, like,
Were you guys exclusive in those 6 months?
yeah.
That was a very unconvincing yeah.
I mean, yeah.
That was still unconvincing. we don't need to talk about this on air.
Yeah.
Yeah, but me as well. I haven't had like a very serious proper relationship, like where like this is my girlfriend, you know.
Mhm. Post on Instagram, little ring
Yeah.
emoji.
It's weird that that's what confirms a relationship now, like a Snapchat story or.
It's been like
an
that
Insta-
since the Facebook.
It used to be
days.
Facebook posts, but now like it's just a Snapchat story or like a Triller video of you two dancing together.
Trying to act cute for the camera.
Yeah, it seems so fake to me. It's like you're not doing this because it's fun. You're doing this because you want to show people that you're having fun.
Yeah.
But that's the nature of social media, which is not what we're talking about. And I do understand what you say when, like, you don't want to be in a relationship, but then you feel lonely when you lay in bed. Yeah, it's sometimes I think that's a selfish feeling because you want just the good parts of a relationship. Like you only want a girlfriend when you're lonely, but you don't really feel alone all the time. You're probably young. You're probably our age. I could tell I think this is something that everybody goes through for the most part. The pros and cons of relationships.
Yeah, I feel like for people, it's weird. Some people are just in and out of relationships, like one after the other.
Yeah.
And I don't understand if it's something in the way they grew up or maybe they're, you know what I mean? They just grew up around more females, and if there's something underlying that makes someone like that.
My sister's like that. She almost like she's never really had a single phase ever since early high school. It's always like long-term boyfriend for a year, then it ends. She said another year, and then a year, and like it's always a serious relationship every single time. I don't understand that at all.
I don't understand how you can do that.
I don't get it. Like it's not. So I can't imagine myself doing that. I get bored of women like so easily. And I don't know how you would find someone that you connect with on a level where you'd want to spend a year of your life together, like living together, spending every day. I don't see how you can connect with that many people that often.
I don't believe it, but
You don't believe her?
I mean, I believe it, but I feel like they're not as, for lack of a better word, woke about, or you know what I mean, as people savvy. I think that we're pretty people savvy. Like we read people well, we understand social cues very well, and we know like even these questions. We think about underlying thoughts as to what it takes to sustain a relationship, the type of person we want to be around, and it's kind of unreachable if you think about it.
Mm-hmm.
Someone that you're always going to enjoy their company.
Yeah, that's a lot to ask from from one person.
So I think that they kind of oversee those facts, that that's what you want in someone, however selfish it may be, and they kind of settle for.
They're settling,
Yeah.
even in their 20s.
I mean, I don't know.
Yeah,
man.
some people just are like just need someone around. They just can't be alone. I'm not like that. I can be alone for a long time and be okay.
You have any trust issues? I feel like that might be related to trust issues.
I have opening up issues. Like I don't like opening up to a lot of women.
Yeah, I feel that way too.
Like just now, before you came here, there was this girl that I thought was, when I first met, I'm like, oh yeah, she could be my girlfriend. And then she came over and she drove me to, we had breakfast together. And like I'm just sitting watching her eat. I'm like, I hate you. I really, like your face, your hands, like just stop talking. And then she came in here and then I'm like, all right, I got stuff to do. She's like, I'm going to do a podcast. She's like, can I watch? I'm like, no, I don't want you here. And then she comes in my house, of course. I just expected her to leave, but she came in and I'm like getting ready for the podcast. And she's fucking in my kitchen just looking through the cabinets because like she said she had a crush on me now. And I have not been more annoyed with the person.
She was the line on you. Girls, it doesn't work on guys. It only works vice versa.
No, but she wasn't. Yeah, right. But it wasn't a line. It was like she was being honest. Like she said that she had to go off social media because she kept looking at my page, and then she was fucking.
Wow.
She was just looking through my cabinets, like just trying to stall. You know when girls they really start liking you. They take your hoodie and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's what that was like. Except it was in my kitchen, and she was sniffing tea.
And it was ramen.
Like, why are you fucking looking at my cabinets? Like, there's nothing interesting.
That's bold from her though, to just lay down the line like that. Like I've been looking at your pictures and I just can't stop.
Yeah.
That's some shit like everybody does at some point. Like if you've broken up and you're like, fuck, what is this person doing now?
Yeah, you look at everyone does that. You want to talk about that recent L?
Yeah, do I?
Yeah,
I'll talk
why
about
not?
So the same girl we were talking about, the 6 months one or whatever. So
The 6 month relationship.
yeah, she goes to school at FSU now in Florida, right? And obviously, I'm not gonna be with her. She's gonna be at some party school
In Florida.
in Florida,
We're in
and
New
she
York.
had lost. Basically, what happened was that she was really in love with me, and I was my fuckboy self, and I was talking to her and saying, "Oh, I love you, this and that," but I was still in school, So I'd go out and party.
All right, the card fucked up, but we didn't lose much. So FSU party, ex-girlfriend.
Yeah, and I don't remember how much I already said, but I guess I'll just start again. So she was out partying. It was her turn to start partying. She basically stopped caring about me, to sum it up. And that's when I wanted to get her back. So I'm running after her. FaceTime this. I miss you. What are you doing? And she was kind of being dry about it. And I caught those signals, and I'm pretty good at getting hints.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't, like, you know what I mean? Because no one wants to look stupid.
No one wants to take an L.
Yeah, and get insecure about that kind of stuff. So I'm really read into the hints that I'm getting. So I'm like, all right, I'm just going to play the long game, and I'm not going to hit her up anymore. And it worked for a bit. She was sending me snaps, but nothing, like, direct. Just general snaps of her drinking or whatever. I'm like, oh, at least she's communicating. And I'm like, all right, I'm going to keep playing the long game. And then one day I went on her story, because I had her stories muted. So I wouldn't see if she was like, you know what I mean? And break my own heart. But I'm like, fuck it. One day I'm going to go look.
Okay.
And it was just her with, like, some dude. And I'm like, fuck, yo, they look cozy. I'm like, whatever, I'm not going to think anything of it. Go back the next day, Instagram post, them kissing.
Oof.
I'm like, no, yo. I was playing a long game, it completely backfired, found a new boyfriend, moved on, this and that. So I'm like, all right, whatever, like, I'll just take the L. And I just didn't hit her up, didn't unblock, didn't do anything unhealthy.
How long ago was this?
I mean, didn't block, didn't do anything. This was like a few weeks ago, maybe not even, 2 weeks
Okay.
ago. Didn't do anything unhealthy, didn't block her, didn't text her. Hope you're happy. Like,
No, unnecessary.
so I just kind of left it in the air. But then I got really smashed this past Friday, like hammered. And I got home, stumbled back down the stairs when I walked in the house, made it up to my bed, and I was sitting there. It was like 3 a.m. And I had this bad habit of whenever I get drunk, I FaceTime everyone.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, this is a girl I used to FaceTime all the time. You know what I mean? Like, whenever I got home drunk, I just FaceTime her. We talk about bullshit. I'd be drunk until I love her, go to bed, wake up the next day, feel dandy. So I call her, call denied. And I'm like, fuck, yo. Fuck. And I'm even like, this starts getting my blood to boil. So I go on my phone, get out, I'm like, fuck, I'm not going to call her. Go on Instagram, block her. Go on Snapchat, block her. I'm like, yo, it's done.
Dude.
And I wake up the next morning, I'm like, fuck, yo, I probably look like a psycho. Like, I probably look like I saw the picture of her kissing, and I, like, freaked the fuck out, and I was crying in my room.
Called her.
And
then blocked
like,
her.
I was going to be like, baby, take me back, and, like, blocked it. But
is that what you were going to say? Were you really going to...
No, I wasn't. I don't even remember what I was going to say. I honestly
probably
don't
were
know.
going to end up there.
I wasn't going to cry to any girl about getting back with her, but I was going to be like, yo, what's good? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, long time no talk. See if... my final verdict was probably trying to be like, come back to me.
Yeah.
In my drunken state, that would never happen. And that's the wrong way to go about it anyways. But it wasn't like I was going to cry and like...
So big L. Big L.
Big L. Big L.
Big L. But you take it on the chin.
In stride. Rejection's part of it.
Rejection's part of it. So if you guys are afraid to like approach a girl, this is the
worst
biggest
that
L.
could happen.
This is the worst of the worst.
If you're like, maybe she'll say no to me right now and I'll get embarrassed in front of my friends. No, the worst that could happen is she says yes.
It's taking a 6-month long L.
You guys talk for 6 months. You like her, and then she cuts you off.
So just approach girls.
Approach girls.
The stakes are low. Just remember the stakes are always low. Your friends might make fun of you for a bit. Just walk back with a smile on your face, order a beer, and you're good. Or hit your jewel. I don't know what you do.
Jewel.
How the fuck do you talk to uninteresting women? Because
that is a funny question.
You just... Let me finish the question, though. He said, how the fuck do you talk to uninteresting women? Because all good-looking girls I know are so fucking boring. All they do is live on Snapchat, Instagram, etc. and talk about gossip. Probably I'm not mature enough to go for character over look, but you know what I mean. Oh, man, you're definitely like junior year or senior year of high school.
Depends what you're looking for out of them. Are you just trying to bang? Or
Yeah, you have to... I don't know what your motives are. Well, I do, and you're a dude, so you want to bang, and you might want to find a girlfriend as well. You'll find the right girl. You'll find girls that are interesting to you. It doesn't... I could kind of tell that you don't have a lot of female friends. Like, you kind of look at girls as objects, and through the social media filter that makes them look uninteresting because they only care about their appearance on social media. But make friends with women. Like, one mistake I made at your age is I was only looking for sex and relationships, and I didn't try to make friends with women. And the best relationships start from friendship. Like, if you are looking for a relationship with a girl, you should like her first. If you don't like her, which happened to me before, if believe it or not, this happens. If you don't like her, then you're not gonna have a good relationship.
Yeah, I think that's spot on.
Really? I thought you were disagreeing with me with
No,
that
I think
long
that's
silence.
spot on.
He's got to be like late high school, right?
Yeah, I think that's ties back into people being able to date one after the other. That's like just finding girls and interesting is something that I guess not everybody goes through.
Mm-hmm.
And if
people
you don't
who
go
get in
through
a lot
that-
of relationships find people really interesting. They really get involved and they like what they're doing. They're really intriguing, and guys like him and guys like us, it's like a lot of these people. It's like whatever, you know. I don't. Okay, you have a. What do? You have a little sibling. You do your makeup. You're on the cheer team.
Yeah, if you're gonna try to make me laugh, you'll say, you're my spirit animal," or like that's literally
just like these
meme jokes that aren't funny unless you're looking at the picture.
Yeah, just reciting vines.
Yeah.
Being able to recite vines is not a personality trait, you know? But dude, just try to make friends with women, and don't always go in with the objective of that it's going to lead somewhere. Just have fun, and something usually comes from that. I've noticed that the less you try, the more it happens. It's a reverse psychology thing. I don't know even what.
But if you are just trying to fuck these uninteresting girls and you're trying to figure out how to talk to them, you literally just invent a more outgoing version of yourself. You go, "Hey, what's up? This and that. Let's play a game. Let's do this. What's your name? I have a crush on you.
Yeah.
Let's take a picture." Literally just all the shit you really don't care about doing. If you're like us and you don't give a fuck about taking a picture at a party or posting it, you know what I mean? Like getting a flick for the Instagram when you're at a party, then...
That's you, that's not me.
I mean, do you care about that?
I don't care about
That's
that.
what I'm saying.
Oh, okay. I thought you do that to
I'm
get
saying
pussy.
if you don't care about that, and you do, yeah, this girl's just fucking boring, but you want to make her like you, that's the type of person you portray yourself as, someone who's like zany and quirky and funny and outgoing and flirty.
Uh-huh.
But just do all the shit that you know is fucking pointless.
Yeah, just
conform.
it's not hard to fuck uninteresting women. As long as
Yeah.
you're mild, if you have like a slight personality, if you can entertain them for a bit, you can laugh their way into their panties.
Yeah, if you can be kind of witty, but I feel like that's a trait not everybody has.
You can learn it. I think it's something you could be that's learned. I don't think you can learn how to be interesting though. Or maybe you can.
I think you can too.
Yeah, just pick up some hobbies, read a couple books, and you're good.
And one thing too that most boring, uninteresting, whatever, women like to do, or just women in general, or people in general, they like talking about themselves.
Not everybody likes talking
Everybody
about
likes talking about
themselves.
themselves.
Yeah,
so
just
ask them
ask
a lot
them
about
questions.
themselves.
Yeah, ask
Make
questions.
sure they're feeling satisfied that you care about them. And
Feed their egos.
Yeah, exactly.
Feed the egos.
That's better.
They want to feel important. Erlen, dude, say that fucking name.
Erlen
as
Esguera.
Yeah. What do you think influences others to search for love?
Should we even be saying their full names?
I mean, they put it there. Yeah, whatever.
I guess, yeah, they'd give us a disclaimer if they didn't want it.
It's the internet. Everybody's name is available now. What do you think influences others to search for love or search for companionship relationship? Do you believe that being in a relationship will make you happy, and why? And the rest is about seasonal depression. What do you think influences others to search for love or search for companionship? Do you believe that being in a relationship will make you happy?
I think societal pressures. You grow up thinking that you have to get married and have a family, and your biological clock starts ticking, especially for girls. And they're like, fuck,
Yeah, there's
we
only
need
a
to get
certain
this
time.
done.
Yeah, you can only get pregnant before. You only get pregnant for so long.
Like, we need to get this done. I need to find a husband. I need to get my life sorted. And guys feel the same way sometimes. Like, sometimes you just want to stop going out and drinking. You just want to find a girlfriend and hang out.
Mm-hmm.
But it's phases. For me, at least, it's phases.
Well, everybody wants companionship. It's just everybody has fucking heart. We're all gonna, even if I don't want to get married. I don't even feel pressure to have kids, and it's gonna happen. But everybody wants a relationship because you want that sort of comfort. It's really simple, like human stuff, and it's animalistic behavior.
Do you think it's animalistic, or do you
Yeah.
think it's like implemented because we learned about marriage and stuff like
Well,
that?
dude, it's every species. Every species, it's just ingrained in biology. You find someone, you have kids, you fuck, and you stay together. That's just mammals.
No. In mammals, I feel like the biological Like if you're going through instinct, is that the guys fuck and then find someone else to fuck because they want to spread their genes as much as possible, and the female just finds the strongest, most suited male to.
Those are like
procreate with.
gorillas. Yeah, there's different with different monkeys. I could talk so long about how monkeys interact with each other.
Why do you know so much about that?
Dude, because monkeys fat. I feel like I'm a chimp a lot of the time. You ever feel like
I think
that?
you're proof that we evolved from monkeys.
Do we need proof?
Just put you in an exhibit.
It's just biology. It's procreation. That's that simple. This is too deep of a question, or too simple of a question. Or do you believe that being in a relationship will make you happy? It'll make you happier. I think a mistake a lot of people make is I made this mistake before. Is you feel when you're not happy, you look for you look for happiness in another person. If you're unhappy and things aren't going in your right, things aren't going right in your life, you look for someone to make you feel a certain type of way. I was like that, like when I was 18. There's one girl that I wanted to get in a relationship with so bad. She was like interested in me, but I was forcing it, and I was thinking in my head that I'm not gonna be happy until I'm with her. And then I was with her, and I'm like, wow, you're kind of boring. You have to find happiness within yourself. It's got to be. You can't look for it in another person.
Yeah.
That's where a lot of toxic relationships start. And that's when people wild out and, slash tires and burn clothes.
Is that a personal story?
Let's not get into that. Let's not get into all this right now.
Yeah.
There's a lot of questions.
Wow, that's my favorite question.
You can read it.
What is the future of monogamy in the modern world? Taking social media, contraception, polyamory, rising divorce rates, and a seeming increase in disconnect between men and women all into consideration. I think that it's
Well, a lot of people know monogamy is bullshit now.
Yeah.
A lot more people know monogamy is bullshit. It's unnatural. It doesn't. There's no reason for it, and everybody thinks about cheating. It's more about monogamy isn't because you love the person. You can still love a person and fuck around, but it's a jealousy thing, and jealousy is a very human emotion. Because you can be with one person and still sleep with other people. Sex can be disconnected from a long-term relationship, but it's jealousy that gets in the way. And we force it all the time with marriage, and it doesn't work most of the time. Like half of marriages end in divorce because of the same thing. Like the man is sleeping with the secretary and calling his wife saying he's going to work late, and the fucking wife is fucking the yoga teacher. That always happens. Like half of marriages. And we know that now because so many people have divorced parents and come from broken homes. I know so many kids like who have 4 parents.
They're just hogging them. Like the mad kid's trying to get adopted.
Yeah, and then there's one kid, one stupid Jimmy with 4 parents, and.
Nah, yeah, my wise uncle, the one who said about being lazy, he also said that the amount you love your woman.
That was your uncle that told you that?
Yeah.
Your uncle was teaching about eating ass?
Mm-hmm.
At what age?
Bro, about everything. When I was
Your
12,
uncle said that if you don't eat ass, you're lazy.
When I was 12, my cousins tried ordering me a prostitute when I went to visit them in Brazil. I only backed down last second. Like, they called her and everything.
When you were 12? But you didn't want to lose your virginity to a prostitute?
Bro, I was just scared. Like, I'd never had sex before. I didn't even know how to jerk off yet. But they were like, oh, we're going to get you a prostitute. I'm like, yeah, do it.
When you were
Like,
12?
I'm down. Like, I'm down. She pulled up. Yeah, I was under the bed.
What did she look like?
I didn't even go outside to look.
Wait, you were too scared? You hid from
Yeah,
her?
I hid from her.
You hid from a prostitute under your bed. See, when I was 12, I was hiding under my bed from monsters. You were hiding from Brazilian prostitutes.
Mm-hmm.
Very different
Same
world.
thing. Monsters.
Were they monsters, though?
No,
Was she
they're
ugly?
lovely ladies.
Did you ever see what she looked like?
No, I never saw what she looked like.
My favorite comedian talks so much about Brazilian prostitutes. He would Patrice O'Neal would fly to Brazil once a year just to sleep with prostitutes for like a week, get in a hotel, pay them, and
it's very common.
Get a girlfriend experience.
There's also like brothels, massage houses. So people go there and they don't even go there to fuck sometimes. Like I know some friends of mine, they go there just to have a drink at the bar and watch these naked women walk around.
So like strip clubs, but
everyone's fucking.
So what is the future of monogamy then?
I think monogamy's dying. Love is cursed by monogamy. Shout out Church of the Wild.
That's an old ass song. Taking social media contraception, rising divorce rates, and this. I don't know. I don't think people can get over their jealousy.
I think, yeah.
I don't think it's gonna change. I think we're gonna, for the next like 20, 30 years, we're more aware that would you say polyamory? Is that the right word to say? I thought I was reading
polygamy.
Polygamy. It's kind of trendy now, but nah, people are not gonna get over the jealousy, and it's still taboo in so many worlds.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, this is a very Western idea.
I was watching a documentary on Netflix or one of those factual shows. I forgot what it's called. I think it's called Explain. So you should look into that.
It is.
Where they talk about monogamy and how the creation of marriage, the foundation of it, was between two wealthy families to exchange land and just double their wealth, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And it was more like a contract than something that we think of it as now, with love and, you know what I mean, this eternal vow to one another. And I think it's important to know that that's where it stemmed from, and it wasn't what it was originally intended to be. And we created this whole, we're going to have this huge wedding, and we're going to love each other forever, and that's it. Once we wed, then that means everything's going to be peaches, and they're stuck with me, because no one believes that anymore.
My thing is, like, if you love someone and you want to be with someone forever, why do you want to get the law involved? Like, why do you want to have the government decide? What the fuck? Like, that's such a weird idea to me that everybody chooses. Like, we always say fuck the government, fuck the law, and then you're signing a contract that binds you together with the government, and you're basically saying the court is going to be involved, and there's going to be all this shit is going to be involved if we decide to leave. Why can't you just make a bond between each other?
Again, at the end of the day, it's a contract.
It is a contract. It's a financial contract. It's like
contract.
It's like a merger. It's like an office
literally.
merger. It is. And it's fucked up because most dudes are making more of the money, so we end up getting screwed.
How we want prenup.
Don't get married. Don't get married.
Don't get married.
Don't do it.
Probably will. We probably will.
I'm not gonna get married.
We probably will.
Everyone says that, like, don't get. But like, I know you probably. I'm not getting married.
I might.
I've been saying this since I was 12.
I may not be emotionally available enough now, or like in the near future, but at some
What
point.
are you gonna do
I
it for?
will
The
be.
comfort, the companionship,
I don't know.
the security,
The kid.
the contract.
I want a kid.
You can have a kid and not be married.
Yeah, but it's not the same, is it?
It totally is the same.
How would you even pull that off, really?
Just have a couple baby mamas running around.
A surrogate?
Whatever, yeah.
Nah.
What, you need to just
Yeah.
just have a kid with someone. Like it's not that.
But you're not thinking about the kid. You're thinking about yourself.
I'm definitely
You're
thinking about the
your
kid.
relationship.
You can have a relationship with a woman and have a kid with her.
I understand that, but just having a kid in a broken home just to begin with.
And who says it's a broken home? What if you live together?
Oh, you're saying like that's like some evolved shit.
No, it's not. It's not even that.
Bro, for today, how many people do you see doing that?
Because they're fucking.
Because they're not involved.
Because they get jealous and they need the contract. They need the merger. It doesn't have to be a broken home. Most broken homes are because of marriages. Marriages are more responsible for broken homes than having a baby mama.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know the stats on that, but
well,
I agree.
the stats are like half of marriages end in divorce. That's the stats.
That's a stat, yeah.
I'm struggling. La Bete says, I'm struggling with relationships and women. To be honest, I'm feeling down and depressed lately because I ask myself, what's the whole point of having a relationship and falling in love while you have nothing to offer except your love and support? What else would you offer?
Yeah.
That's like, it's not. Stop thinking of it as a contract. These fucking people.
You don't need to take her to 5-star dinner for her to know that
Right.
you like her, or for her to like you.
Just love her. Like you're.
And if it does, then you shouldn't be with her in the first place.
And then he says, I don't have interesting hobbies or job. Jesus Christ, dude.
Yeah, what? Yeah.
Neither are the women I talk to. They are fucking boring. So everyone's boring, including you. It seems like they all care about his image and Instagram. A lot of people seem to have this problem. It's hard when you are the only one who's keeping the relationship interesting. What are you talking about? You just said you're not interesting. Yeah. I don't have interesting hobbies or job.
You have nothing to offer.
And then you say, I'm the only one keeping the relationship interesting. You're just fucked up. Like,
I bet you, man. Put the joint down.
Yeah, dude. You're in your head too much. I don't know. I'm not answering that. You got to figure
it's
shit out.
It's all phases, Labete. I'm not going to cut you off like that. It's all phases. Some points, you're just not feeling confident. You don't shag anybody. You're dry season. In some phases, you're very confident. Every time you go out, someone falls in love with you.
Bless you.
Bless you. It's all phases. All right.
Spana Montana says, do you really believe that...
Spana Montana.
Spend a month to this. Do you really believe that you won't be able to fall in love or find that one person? Whenever you talk about love, it's really fucking depressing. Like, have more hope for yourself, dude.
Yeah, it's actually so funny.
Well, my philosophy is that love is just based on jealousy and neediness. Just wanting something. It's not. A lot of people fall in love not because they actually love the person, but because they want that sense of security and comfort. It's more like a human teddy bear. You know what I mean? Someone who's always there.
So if you found someone that did satisfy whatever needs that you need, not like internally, but just
it's not needs. Like, see, the problem is when like people look for
or something that you enjoy. You will be able to find someone like that.
Yes, like someone that I can look up, like I can look at and be like, I respect you.
And you think that exists.
Yeah.
So you think you will find them.
Yeah, but
Okay.
I just think the mistake a lot of people make is they're just looking for like a human pet.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, a dog gets excited when you knock on the door and you come home. A lot of dudes just want that. They just want, like the guy earlier, he said, like, after work I'm laying in bed and I feel lonely. You want a dog. You want a human dog. A lot of the problem is, like, this is going to sound really cocky, but a lot of girls my age are, like what people have been saying, they're concerned with things that don't matter to me at all. Like that girl, I don't want to say her name.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, like I'm with her late at night, and she's just thinking about like I'm so excited to get drunk at the party tomorrow. Like she's already drunk from this party. She's already dressed and like she's going out. She's looking forward to being drunk the next day. That's her objective for the day tomorrow, is to get drunk.
I think that comes from a long line of
Bad decisions.
That too, but long line of insecurity and maybe some traumatic experience and the inability to be introspective and look at yourself and be like, why do I want to get drunk every day? Like,
yeah, it's this total
she's
lack
like
of self-awareness.
Yeah, exactly. And that creates this persona of the cool thing to do is be like, yo, I'm gonna get smashed tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Which I do too. Like, we all fall for it at some point.
But I never think it's the cool. I don't even look forward to it. It's like, hey,
yeah.
You know, why not?
It's not like my talking point.
Right. It was her talking point. It was her identity. Was getting drunk and going out.
Yeah, it's
like
hard,
that's
man.
her thing.
It's just lack of self-awareness at the end of the day.
Right. And so when it seems like there's most girls my age are like that, it's a little discouraging, but I feel like eventually I want to find a girl who's like driven, who's interested in things that, you know, matter, that I can look at and respect, and someone I could even look up to, you know?
Would you rather be socially savvy, like the way you are, and think like this, like I want to find someone who's worth it, who has their priorities in check,
Don't suck my dick
aligned
too
to
much.
yours? No, I'm saying, would you rather be this kind of person or be someone who is like ignorant to these social cues and the fact that she's looking forward to being drunk and just be able to like someone like that?
I see what you mean. Well, they do say ignorance is bliss, but I'd say fuck that. I would.
Yeah, that was basically the question. Do you think ignorance is a bliss?
Nah, ignorance. I couldn't. I never wished for that. There's never a thought in my head that wished for that. Malia asked, and shout out Malia. I remember she sent an Instagram video for wearing the merch. She said, "I'm sure you know about the whole Big Sean and Gene Ioko shit. Did you hear about that?"
No, what happened?
They used to date or something. I looked it up after she wrote this question. They used to date, and like in a song or something, Big Sean talked about how he made Gene Ioko come 9 times in a day. 9 nuts in a day. That's impressive.
I mean, good for him, man.
Girls are literally thirsting after this man because it's confirmed that he can please a woman. Why is that guys expect their girl to be able to make them nut, but most straight women will never be satisfied? Would you rather her tell you or keep it to herself, even though she's going to tell the group chat right after? So there's a lot.
I like that ending.
Yeah, just straight women, they complain about not being able to nut, and then they don't communicate at all. Like, it's a lot of work to make a girl come. She has to be in the right. See, a guy can nut wherever, and he can nut on a helicopter, in the bathroom, in class, in a porta potty. You can nut. A girl needs the right mood, the right setting. She needs to feel wanted. She needs to feel comfortable. She needs to feel accepted. She needs to feel sexy and if there's anything off of that rhythm, it's not gonna work. So my problem is that straight women just need to communicate more and to be more open. Like, oh, play with my clit this way. Sorry, parents, for talking about clit. You need to be more open, and you need to. It's like don't just do that group chat shit, because then you're avoiding your own happiness.
Yeah, you're only hurting yourself.
Yeah, like why do, and they all do this. Also, you're saying why is it that guys expect their girl to be able to make them nut the most? Well, we need to nut. It's procreation. There's a purpose. When we come, it's to have kids. When a girl comes, who the fuck cares? It doesn't matter. There's no
Biologically speaking.
There's no biological purpose for a girl to come. That's why it's more common for guys to come, because that's the end. Like when you come, it's over. Like the seed is planted. You know, when a girl comes, whatever, you're just kind of peeing for no reason.
Biologically speaking, that's true. But
Right.
guys,
We're
try
in
to make your girl,
2019.
try to
Yeah,
make
her
girls
come. She'll stay happy, and she won't roast you in the
Yeah,
group
just
chat.
say. I feel like it's hot too when girls are trying to come. Like I want you to come, because just looking at you and like feeling that I'm satisfying you this way
And doing
is
that like
satisfying to me.
contortion.
Yeah,
shit with their-
exactly.
Noah Chakos, that's probably not the right way to say that. Noah Chakos says, I'm an 18-year-old guy who's good looking and pretty confident. Sick, bro. Yet I haven't fucked in almost a year. Maybe you're not.
Something's fishy.
Yeah, I don't know.
Something's not adding up here.
One of those two statements is false. As a self-pronounced fuckboy, fuck you, bro. As a self-pronounced fuckboy, what's the secret to getting shallow and meaningless pussy? Oh,
Layla,
fuck
I'm with you. Layla, I'm with you, yeah.
What do you mean? With me?
No, with Layla. She said I'm cringing.
Oh, okay, yeah. Dude, you...
Man, I mean...
That was, like, there was a... You contradicted yourself 5 times in a 3-sentence...
I think you're misinterpreting what it means to be a fuckboy.
Yeah.
Being a fuckboy isn't like,
it's
I'm
not
cocky,
self-pronounced.
I'm the best, you know what I mean? It's
if
like...
you're a self-pronounced fuckboy, you're not a fuckboy. You're just an asshole. It's other people call you it.
The essence of a fuckboy is when you can be genuine, but still only want a shallow bang.
Yeah. Also, I just flipped you up a couple times. Please don't leave my Patreon. I'm just roasting you. You know what I mean? I still need the money, and you need to improve your outlook on pussy, because... So, yeah, it's off here.
Man, yeah, try being
if
fake deep or something.
The problem, you said, like...
Just try.
As a self-pronounced fuckboy, what's the secret to getting shallow and meaningless pussy? That's, like, the whole thing of being a fuckboy is getting shallow and meaningless pussy. That is what being a fuckboy is. The secret... Dude, I don't even want to answer you. Yeah, you came off really unlikable here. I'm gonna keep scrolling. Do better next time. I still have faith in you. Benchmark says how to not be scared of getting rejected. We did talk about that.
Yeah, you just have to accept that it happens.
Just, take it on the chin. No homo. Do you find that for yourself or in general, being single lets you grow more as a person compared to if you're in a relationship? Does this benefit wear off after a certain amount of time? Also, do you get extra motherfucking lonely in the winter, or is that just me?
That's seasonal depression again. It's a thing.
It's cupping season. It's cupping season. You want a big blanket. You want a human blanket.
I don't think growing as a person has anything to do with being single or taken. I think it's a sequence of experiences that you learn from, usually bad experiences that you grow from. And whether you're single or taken, bad shit's going to happen to you. So try to learn from those. Don't have much to say about that.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what... Yeah,
I don't
she
think
has another question.
one thing has to do with another.
No. She has another long question. That's all... That was more seasonal depression. All right, we'll move on. Jacob Lurie says, how do I act confident without coming off as arrogant? This is my whole thing.
Yeah.
It's tough because people still think I'm arrogant. Well, that's just what's going to happen. If you come off confident, when people are mad at you, they're going to call you arrogant. That's just part of it. So just don't be bothered by it. The confident person thing to do was when someone calls you arrogant, just brush it off and be like, oh, I'm just a guy. Just be humble with it. The difference between someone who's confident and someone who's arrogant is someone who's arrogant doesn't have self-awareness and doesn't have a humble nature to them. You can be confident and still be humble. You can be confident and still be a likable person. A person who's arrogant is not likable.
Self-deprecating humor. Being able to laugh at yourself. Especially when you get roasted. That shows confidence that nothing can really...
Right, don't get angry. If somebody roasts you, don't get it because like someone's testing you.
That's the worst thing you can do.
That's an arrogant person. A confident person will be like, oh, I guess you got a point. But your mom's ugly.
Yeah, I feel like when people try to roast me, I just roast myself with them. And then it kind of takes the
Yeah, because then they're laughing with you, not at you. But I do see that in a lot of people. When I'm like trying to get roast and they try to laugh with me, I just double down. And
I just double
and
down
don't
with
let
you.
them-
I don't know. I feel like being confident doesn't have anything to do with like brushing people off. I think if you go up to people and you're genuine and you make them laugh and you guys laugh together, just being able to talk to someone comfortably, even if it's not something like flirty, being able to, I guess I'm talking about girls. Even if you're not flirting with them, if you're able to talk and have a genuine conversation and make them laugh, they're going to be more attracted to you.
Jacob Lurie also asks, I'm 16 and the girl I like told my mate that she's scared of me. What am I supposed to do? She likes you. Right?
No, bro. 16 is too old for that.
She's scared of you. Why is she scared of you?
Bro, because he's being...
If you're creepy,
Yeah.
all right. I don't know if it's scared creepy or like intimidated scared. If it's intimidated scared, then she likes you.
Mate, you've not even had a relationship with this girl and she thinks you're scary. You've never, like, you know what I mean? You've never gotten close to her.
And she
Just
told
take
your
the-
mate.
Yeah, just take the hint. Or else you're going to end up like me. Where I'm going to talk to you, you're going to talk to her for forever, and then she's going to think you're scary.
Uh-huh.
And then you're going to FaceTime her at 3 a.m. It's going to
Yeah.
be even worse. Just take the hint now.
Well,
or
I don't
find
know, bro.
another girl.
It depends on the type of scared. Like, some girls say that, like, oh, I'm scared of him. Like, it could be an intimidation thing. But because you're 16, you're asking, I'm guessing you're probably the creepy scared.
Bro, if you're 16, you're a sophomore in high school? Junior? Sophomore?
I don't know, man.
Girls aren't calling you scary to be flirty.
That's not true.
I've never been
That's not
called
true.
scary to be...
Some
Or
people
maybe I
reply to
have,
them.
and I just took it the wrong way. I feel like you feel like you're breeding rapists right now.
My bad. Some guy replied just saying like sweep her off her feet.
Yeah, literally just pick her up one day. Middle of the hall, she's not looking, just... You ever seen Borat where he just puts Pamela Anderson in the bag? Just try doing that.
That always works.
That always works.
And that is creepy scary.
That's what you're going for. That's what she loves in you.
Stefan Mincy says, can you still date another girl if there's some sort of a language barrier? I've been trying to talk to this girl for quite a while now, but it seems that a language barrier is holding us down. Is there a way to overcome this obstacle? Yeah, I think you can date if you don't speak the same language.
They must remotely speak the same language, like broken English.
That's cool. Like, keep trying, dude.
Let us know how it goes.
I am interested in that. I think that's kind of romantic in its own way.
Yeah, I was going to say it's like out of a movie.
It is. I've seen, there was an episode of Louis exactly like that, where Louis is dating this Hungarian girl, and they literally don't speak any, they don't communicate, they just communicate through, like, hand gestures, and, at one point, like, they're trying to confess each other's feelings for each other, but they don't know how to, so they go to a Russian restaurant, and the waiter is able to translate.
Oh, he's able to mediate.
Yeah.
That's sick.
Yeah. So, yeah, I just keep going with it. I mean... There's no secret to doing this. It's just going to take a lot of communication, and you're going to have to really be understanding.
Yeah, I have no personal experience with that. Can't help you.
Really? Even,
Like,
how good is your Portuguese? Like,
Very good.
It's good?
Yeah.
Have you dated Brazilian girls?
Dated? No. No. I'd rather date American girls. Shout out all my American girls.
Sure.
That was the gayest shit I've ever done.
Nah, man.
With the earring.
Yeah,
and the
no,
little...
I'm not. I was pretending like I didn't see any of that.
Yeah. We can edit this, right?
What do you do to get over a relationship or lose feelings?
That's what I'm trying to do right now.
Move, like, fuck another bitch.
You think so?
Yeah.
I don't think that...
I think the first thing you, like, when you get out of a long relationship, the first step to moving on is getting pussy from someone else. Until you do that, you haven't really moved on. Because that
Girls,
last pussy
same
is
thing.
still what you're jerking off to, kinda.
Girls, same thing. If your guy broke up with you, go fuck one of us. We'll help you get over it.
Preferably me.
Preferably him. Give me the review, the Yelp.
But don't go crazy with the rebound. A lot of people, just don't be weird with it. Treat it like it's just a one-night stand. You have to go back into the single mindset, not like you're going to find what you lost in that next person.
I don't think just the sex is going to get you over it. You just have to keep
No,
yourself
it won't,
busy.
it won't, it won't,
You have
but-
to keep yourself busy. And then eventually, it'll just fade out of your memory. The more you keep trying to build off it, the worse it's going to get. The less they're going to want to talk to you, and the more sad you're going to be. So just try doing
Are you
other
really in a
stuff.
position to give advice on this?
Bro, I'm trying. No one's perfect.
I'm playing. Yeah, but you can't look at their social media. You can't.
Yeah, man. Block.
If
block
you
them,
mute
unblock
their
them.
story, don't look at their story.
Just unfriend them.
Yeah.
Do whatever you need to
Learn
help
from
yourself.
him. Learn from him. Braden Marcello asks, this question can be applied to any situation and not just girls. How do you hold a conversation when you run out of things to say? To be honest, I just feel dumb when I force myself to think about something to say, and when it comes out, my words get all mixed up. Dude, I would totally relate to that in high school when I was trying to talk to girls.
Alcohol.
That does help.
That's your whole answer right there. Become a drunk.
Yeah.
Live your life drunk, like his ex.
That was my best. Don't put that on me. Don't put that on me.
Just kidding.
Yeah, I remember like me and Cass used to go to this bar, or you still kind of go, but we used to go to this bar and like he would always pick up girls there, and I was like, how the fuck do you do it? It was just like trash ass bar, like trashy as fuck. Everyone fucked up, and I would go there with like a couple beers, and like I do okay in the dating world, but I never could pick up a girl that I'm like, what's your secret? So just get drunk.
Literally.
Get drunk. And then
Lose
the
all
next,
shame.
literally the next time, I got hammered, bro. I went with these soccer kids, and they're doing shots all night. Like, the bartender's getting involved. Like, classic white boy wasted. And, of course, later that night, I had some...
Almost had a threesome.
Almost. But,
Hit the post.
Well, it's more like the ball was deflated. You know what I mean? We needed a pump in that ball.
This kid was begging me all night. He's like, slammed. He's coming up to me. He's like, bro. Yeah, so we were in the bar, and he got smashed. And I look over, and I see him doing the classic Latino mating ritual, millennial, where she's just grinding on him, throwing her shit back, and he's catching it, eyes rolling to the back of his head. And I'm like, all right, at least he's doing his thing. 'Cause he was telling me about this girl, like, oh, she's fit, she's giving me signals.
She wasn't bad.
She was good looking. He's like, oh, she's giving me signals. I'm like, bro, go for it. Maybe 5 minutes later, I look away, doing my thing. I just feel someone tap my shoulder. And I turn around, and it's this guy. He's like, bro, you have to fuck her friend.
You ever been there, like, when you want to get laid, but the ugly friend needs attention too?
Bro, and usually I would do it.
Take one for the team, bro.
Usually I would.
Help your boy out.
But he was standing, like, broad-shouldered in front of me, so I'm like, oh, this fag's hiding something. So I kind of scooch him over, and I look, and this girl was looking straight into my eye. But the trick is, she was only looking with one of her eyes, because the other one was looking over there.
I remember her eyes.
They were going crazy, yo. She was
It
getting
was
me
like
dizzy.
that all night.
I'm like, yo, I'm too drunk for this.
It was like that all night.
Her eyes, you ever been to a rave when they do the thing with the gloves?
Mm-hmm.
She was doing that shit with her eyes to me. And I was like, yeah, Nico, I'm sorry, bro, but I don't think it's going to work. He's like, bro, please, this and that. Ends up finding some random, like,
Some random ass dude.
We're in the hood. He ends up finding some local, brings him back to his house, because the guy says he's down to shag this girl. And I guess what, he couldn't get hard?
No, they did. They fucked on the couch for like 2 minutes, and then he dipped. And I only had one more condom, and I gave it to him. And he's like, yo, thanks, bro. Yo, take my number. Next time you go out, let me know. I'm out. I'm like, yeah, whatever. Put in a fake number, then he leaves. He didn't even make a mess. Like, I set myself up to get robbed, honestly. Like, random. He didn't even go to the school that we used to go to. It was just a random local. Like, a random guy. I think he was like 25.
And those 2 minutes weren't enough, and she came knocking?
And then, yeah, I'm downstairs with another girl, and then she's like, I can join you. And I'm like,
Just from the top of the stairs?
Yeah, no,
Room
she
for
texted.
one more? House clean?
Right. And then Braden Marcel asked again, have you ever hesitated on a girl because of the fear of an STD or STI? If so, what happened? You could take this one.
Why?
Because I don't know how much I want to
No, I've never hesitated, but you should. You should definitely hesitate. You should definitely ask. And
I always ask.
a friend of mine...
It's not weird either. A lot of guys, like, they think it's weird to bring it up, but a lot of girls will actually... They're thinking the same thing. They don't want AIDS either. So it's like, if you bring it up, like, have you been tested? Like, are you on birth control? It's actually better because then you can do the dirty with a clean conscience.
Yeah, you might even go harder.
Right, yeah.
A friend of mine, he laminated his results for his STD check that were clean, and he tacked them to his wall next to his bed.
That's a red flag. That means that's a red flag for a girl. If you have it tacked on your wall, I would assume that you have an STD.
No, but it's clean. And it's like from your name.
Yeah,
it's
but
from,
you're
like,
having
the day
so
before.
much frequent casual sex that you have it nailed on your wall.
Or maybe he's just very savvy and avoiding the question before it occurs. I want the girls to answer if you think that's weird.
That is 100%
Nah,
weird.
I don't know. I thought it was a good
Imagine
idea.
if you went to a girl's apartment and she had her STD results nailed
It'd be
above
lit.
her.
She's clean.
You would really think that. That's your first thought. Like, she's clean. I'm leaving.
You're leaving?
I'm leaving.
No, you're not leaving.
Because
You're a liar.
what decisions led up to you nailing your results on Something happened.
Nothing happened to him.
Something happened before then. You don't just do that. You don't just decide to do that.
Let the people decide. Agree to disagree.
All right, you can let us know in the comments.
Bro, it's just not weird.
That's 100% weird. Damn,
It's progressive. That's what it is.
There's so many questions, and there's only, I think there's like 14 minutes on the card. We're gonna have to speed these.
All right, let's do it.
Is a good relationship with the person more valuable than focusing on your hobbies, interests, in your opinion?
No.
No. I'm 19. Arlith Vargas says, I'm 19 and I've never dated anyone and I'm okay with that. Is dating even worth it though? If you're okay with it, then fuck it. Like, it's not a necessity. Don't feel society's pressure.
Are you asking, like, what's our opinion on dating? Like, do you think it's worth it? Like, should I even try? I think that if you feel ready to date, you'll want to date and you'll find someone.
It is worth it to try. To at least try is worth it.
Just for practice. For
yeah,
future
to stay committed
relationships.
forever. It's dating is all about trying. If you're dating, you're trying. So yeah, you give it a shot, but don't feel pressured by anyone if you don't want to. Troy Tao Paki says, love is a feeling we should have for everyone. Sex is a thing that everyone likes to do. There's no denying that. Having a baby is something that you should do with your soulmate. Okay, we need more sexual activity. Physically, dude, this is not. Are you asking a question? Where's the question here? Do you see one?
No,
It's just a pair. I'm skipping you. Layla Sator, I feel like she already asked the question, no? Or did she call the other guy cringy?
She called the other guy cringe.
Seasonal depression, skip ahead. And she
What do you
said,
think?
what do you think about waiting till marriage?
Stupid.
Yeah, don't do that.
Or else you're not going to be able to make your girl come, and she's going to hate you and put you in her group chat and divorce you.
You don't want to be in the group chat.
And you'll die.
If most hot girls are boring and annoying, why fuck them? This is coming from a girl. Her name is Entirety. If most hot girls are boring and
That's a
annoying,
great question.
why fuck them? Because they're hot.
And we're guys, and we need to release our
That's what we
sperm.
do.
It's an insatiable hunger.
Just
Insatiable.
ejaculate everywhere. If most hot, the answer to your question is in your question. Why not just genuinely get to know someone? There are some insanely interesting people out there, and I hear the quiet ones who don't get a lot of attention have the craziest sex. That is kind of true. I just personally think guys always going for hot girls are as moronic as girls going for fuckboys. You sound kind of bitter. I can see where this question's coming from. I also think just constantly paying attention to e-girls will only make more appear. What?
Look at the second part.
Hold on, let me keep reading. I don't know why not surround yourself with interesting and intelligent women. Then maybe you'll be a little more at peace. Sex related. Do you let your girl tickle your...
Do you let your girl tickle your asshole for a bit of a thrill?
What the fuck is that?
Just unrelated.
Okay.
A bit of a thrill is a great choice of words for that.
No, I don't do that.
I don't do that
I don't do
either.
that. Also, Lost Connections by Johan Hari is a good read about depression. All right, so your first question is like, why do people try to fuck hot people when they can find meaningful relationships? It sounds like you're bitter because you're jealous of the hot girls getting the attention, and you see yourself as the quiet one who has crazy sex. Well, casual sex, you don't want to have to get to know someone on a deep level to have casual sex. Sometimes you just want to fuck. And the quiet ones, they're going to be like, I'm interesting. And like the hot people are just going out to have fun. So a lot of it is just the experience of going out and partying. You know,
I think it's very one way.
What do you mean?
Guys are more shallow when it comes to fucking hot girls. Like, if you want to bang, if you're not inebriated, you want her to be good looking. Like,
Yeah.
it's a prerequisite. But girls, if you're charming enough, she'll overlook your physical aspects for the most part.
Right. Men like women for their looks. Women like men for who we are as people.
Yeah, their ability to charm them and make them laugh and make them feel like they're having a bit of a thrill.
Yeah, it doesn't... The other way around, it doesn't work that much.
So I think your question's a little outdated. Unless you're
Bless
thinking
you.
like that.
LOL. Gurvinder... Jesus Christ, your guys' names are so weird. Gurvinder Panasar. Your name sounds like a Pokemon, bro.
That's horrible for me.
I'm
the
a-
same thing.
I'm a dude that is not ashamed to think that he's kind of the shit. But another one of these people.
Even though
I'm
I
a dude that's not ashamed to think he's kind of the shit. I'm cocky. Even though I respect women, I'm not going to lie and say getting pussy doesn't make me feel like Marlon Brando. However, I'm 18, and I respect that this type of behavior is typical for guys my age. Okay, he's not that bad.
Yeah, no.
I'm having fun right now, but I don't know what toll that's going to take on future relationships. Do you think it's healthy for lads to act this way when we're young? Yeah, it's normal.
I mean, yeah, you respect women. You just like to fuck, and you don't want to be tied down. You're 18.
That's normal.
That's normal. That's normal. As long as, yeah, that's normal. Nothing else.
Last one. Kelsey Valente, I'm guessing that's her name, says, what are your thoughts on people who say they aren't attracted to a specific race or that they only date blank race their own?
That's racist.
Is it?
I think so.
I do think so too, actually.
It's been instilled in people that
It's not racist.
no, that it's not, one, that it's not racist, or two, that black people aren't as good looking. Now it's changing. Now light skins are in. But if you think a few years back, it was like frowned upon.
Yeah, like you're
How
pretty
often
for
do
a
you see
black
guys
girl.
dating black girls, and that's just been instilled in us since we were little, through movies, because all the pretty girls and mean girls are white.
It depends on the movies that you're watching.
I mean, yeah, but the most commercially
Yeah,
profitable
you're right.
movies.
Yeah, it was always like the blonde white girl.
Yeah, cheerleader was always white.
Mm-hmm.
Quarterback's always white.
Come from an affluent family.
Yeah.
Do you think that there is a prejudice or closed-mindedness behind that, or do you think people just have their preferences? See, my thing is, I think having a preference is inherently a little bit racist. Like, I know, remember that girl I messed with? There was a girl I messed with like 2 years ago, and I was her transition from dating black guys to now only dating Asian guys. So, like, I'm mixed, so I was, like, the transition period. Now she's, like, full-on dating Chinese, Korean, like, fresh off the boat dudes. But I was, like, for her, I was testing the waters.
Mm-hmm.
And now she'll say that. Like, my friend has a class with her, and she, like, it's a geography class, so she'll, like, answer questions by saying, I only date Asian guys, and yada, yada, yada. Like, it's part of her identity.
That's weirder than the STD check on the wall.
It is a little bit racist, I think, to specifically,
weird,
because to only be attracted to one race means that you see a superiority in that race, which is kind of the definition of racism, believing that one race is better than the other. If you say, I only date this race, especially if it's not your own, that's a little bit racist. And a lot of people, like, that's just my preference, that's just my preference. Okay, you're not really hurting anyone, because who you fuck doesn't affect all of society, but it is inherently a racist belief.
I just think it's really weird that she's championing it. Like,
Yeah, that she's proud of it.
yeah, like, I only date Asian guys. Like,
That bothers me.
So I have some insight that you don't. I'm different. You know what
Right.
I mean? But in reality, you're just
Weird.
weird and probably a little racist.
Mm-hmm. And it's to have a
Yeah.
fetish. It's weird to fetishize a race. That I don't get that.
Don't get me wrong, I'm a breeder. Like, if I'm going to have a kid, I would love her to have, like, green eyes or blue eyes, blonde, so the kid comes out all cute.
Mm.
But
You don't think that's a little bit like
it might be, yo.
it might be? I honestly
'Cause
don't
that's-
have a preference at
That
all.
is racist, because that's, like, the standard of beauty,
beauty
that we
standard.
grew up. Yeah.
Though that you believed in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
I don't
was
have
fed.
that. That's not ingrained in my mind at all. I don't have a standard
That's
of beauty.
good. It was ingrained in mine.
Yeah, I'm better than you basically.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Also, what is it with guys wanting to see girls make out? Come on. Duh. Why wouldn't we want to see that?
Yeah, I don't. Where's the question? What do you mean? What's with it?
Like, obviously, I don't get turned on watching two guys make out, and I'm sure majority of girls would agree. This, though, there's so much to unpack here, because homosexuality with men is not the same with homosexuality with girls. When two girls make out, it's not seen as like they're gay. It's seen as like, woo, yeah. It's like they're doing it for attention.
Mm-hmm.
They're doing it for the male gaze, right? It's fun, and you can still be feminine and fuck another girl. You can't still be masculine and make out with another guy.
That's facts.
And if two guys are making out with the party, nobody's gonna be like, yeah, that's sick. Like, people are gonna, what the, like, maybe not now, but people will kind of like avoid making eye contact because it looks kind of gross. Like, two beards connecting is inherently not masculine, and that's not just my belief. Like, that's how, we said society so many times, but that's how society works. Like, you can't still be masculine and make out with another guy. It goes against everything that we've been raised to believe.
Yeah, bro. If your beards are touching, if you ever seen like Avatar, when they connect the ponytails, it's the same shit. It's too much. It's a deeper connection when the beards touch.
I don't get turned on by watching two guys make out because he's not sexy anymore.
Yeah, he's not macho and he can't provide for you.
He's not macho.
Yeah.
It's such a double standard. Not because I want to make out with the dude for attention, but because that's why bisexuality.
Yeah, now I see why Ali calls me gay.
Maybe I should have told. I probably shouldn't have snitched on him for that. But bisexuality is like really trendy now. It's really in. But it's like just every girl with the nose ring. Like the transition phase, like you get a nose ring, and 6 months later you can start messing around with girls. Because I honestly think that everybody has homosexual thoughts. It's whether you act on them. Like me, every dude has considered whether or not they're gay before. Have you ever? You've definitely thought that, like, you've wondered.
Not recently.
But
No.
like when I was like 14,
Yeah.
I thought I was gay. I watched gay porn. It's not for me. It's
Yeah.
not for me. I saw like,
Yeah.
bro. I went to a gay nightclub with my gay friends. Like I went to go visit my friend in Massachusetts. Like let's go to a club. It was a gay club. I'm not complaining. But I saw a muscular dude twerking glitter off of his back, and I know that I'm not gay. I was laughing very like seeing a grown man with glitter on his back twerk. It's just funny to me. But we've all thought about it. It's just girls have more of the ability to act on it because they can still be themselves. If a guy acts on his bisexual thoughts, then everybody's gonna look at him differently. If a girl acts on her bisexual thoughts, it's like whatever. She's in college. She's experimenting.
Yeah. I don't think you need to go to that extent to watch big guys shake glitter off their butts.
I didn't need to do that, but it was another confirmation that I'm not gay. Because, dude, like there were like gay guys hitting on me, and my gay friends were encouraging them to do it, bro. And it was uncomfortable. It was uncomfortable because, dude, these gay guys, they want to convert you. That's the thing. That's like a fetish
That's
of gay
odd.
guys.
I think that's disrespectful.
It is, and like, fuck, I noticed this about all gay guys. Like they really, I don't want to say all, but it's all gay guys. They all low key. That's their fetish is to convert straight dudes. You're not gonna get me.
Not today.
Not gonna get me. Not today.
Yeah, I think that I just kind of rationalize with myself. Like, I go to parties and I get off when girls twerk, and I don't usually look at guys, so I probably am not gay. You know what I mean? Like,
It could be that simple.
yeah.
But why do you think there's more girls who? That was my reasoning for why bisexualism is on the rise. Also because like they want to be trendy, they want to be allies. But why do you think more girls can be bisexual than guys?
For exactly the reasons you said. That,
I'm right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because you were looking at me like kind of weird. Like
No, I was just
saying
listening
some shit.
because I'd never heard that take before. It's being pensive.
So I'm onto something with that idea. Cool. All right, that's the last question. Thank you guys. That was my first like long form pod. I've only done like 45 minutes before. This is like an hour and a half. That feels like a podcast. Thank you, Cass, for coming on. I'm gonna grab him like on the on the lower thigh, not over here, because
Just
this is the cutoff. And also we're getting kind of sus towards the ends anyway. You got anything else you want to conclude with? Anything you want to plug?
No, I don't have anything to plug. I don't.
Just happy to be here.
Just happy to be here. Happy to share some wisdom. Not that I have any, or that you should listen to anything that we said, but
It was entertaining. This is pretty good.
hopefully it was entertaining.
Yeah, I think that was entertaining. It was entertaining being here.
Yeah, if you want an easy bang, I'm here for you, girls.
Hit him up. That's Cass. All right. Peace, guys.